Check. Okay.
Before suffering any damage whatsoever. Has a spot on Moniette as well. Taking him down to 45 seconds, but Moniette cutting noise. Thought maybe he'd continue to play into the cubby there, but opts to lean in towards the site.
Yeah, wants to give himself some options to escape if push comes to shove. Now that you don't see them, now that the smoke has run out, he'll try to find different angles. Does have all of his utility if there's an emergency. But DRX, in the meantime, they've already drawn so much attention to A, they want to re-explore, as there's been no reactions from the B side of the map.
Nothing spotted here in Maine. Just Alexi at market, watching the door for now. Trip on entry, gonna get cleared out. Push now starting to come through. Is Alexi gonna be decayed down low, but the shots from an area connecting, freeing, gonna be taken down. Bane, however, that late linger ends up paying off as he finds a kill onto Moniette. Looks for a little bit more and does get cushy for his troubles. A lot of damage gonna be suffered, but only just the two players now remaining to try to break their way forward into this position. Flashback, is able to get the jump. Alexi shall fall. Not going to allow for a bonus conversion.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried watching Bane on the minimap because I was still wondering if anyone else is left on the A side, kind of slow walking, and you know, if something went terribly wrong on the site itself, might not have had time to get back in there. But good catches here from the main forces of DRX in the post plant. They're just not really considering the fact that there could be someone holding that close corner. It's a nice, clean play. So now RRQ, they're going to have to figure out how they want to push and pull on the defensive side because they've given up too much space on both extremities that previous round.
Gone. And trying to go for this push. Cushy's able to swing off the back of that. So 1 for 1, losing half your smokes on the RQ side. DRX are going to be feeling pretty decent about that, given that they still do have Bane with the waylay to try to go on the entry.
Oh, this op angle that Anari's holding. Drone correctly spots her out, pushes her out of the exact angle.
That gives Bane a lot of space to try to move up. Tripwired, modest for now. Clears it out as Drone goes checking in towards tiles and gets a spot onto 1, but doesn't see freeing around that corner. So now, DRX once again just starting to inch in this direction.
Because she has an inkling of it, right? Because you still have 3 people on defense on the B side.
Very clean position, and that's a clean shot from Bane.
Yeah, that does put some question marks here for RQ. It's hard to rotate off of that one. She just has to get a multi-kill.
Finds the first, but not going to be able to find a second. As well to get the 1, but now you're going to be looking to retake, and comfortable weapons not in great places for Anari, so we'll have to try to just lean on this operator or just go for the save.
Yeah, this is a tough one to decide. I mean, 2v3, it is relatively doable, but with the operator, much tougher. Probably a case of seeing if they can get an early pick. If they do, they'll push in, but if not, gotta make the cold call to go ahead and save.
Slow drop down just here on the edges of the smoke. Swing out, yep. Yeah, able to find the headshot, and that's gonna have to be the retreat from an area to just hold on to this op. So DRX, clean movements, good decision making. Able to play off those early advantages as well as Bane just continuing to frag. That's gonna be a tie up at 2-2.
We'll see if this operator will actually be saved.
There's
and if
no
it
way
does,
they can catch her, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Now, I was wondering if they'd go full sprint, but the Neon still had a lot of juice left. So both sides just keeping safe. See if that operator does prove to be valuable or if it continues to hold them back. We see so many games where you kind of just have to keep saving the operator and you don't have a choice. So RQ is going to have to make the right read on where DRX wants to go in the rounds coming up.
Clean responses here. Cushy maybe needing to play a little bit further back and allow for his teammates to join in alongside him. He did have the Hunter's Fury, so could have maybe tried to use that for a flood retake, but Instead, it's going to be RQ now on an eco. Sheriff's abound, aside from the saved op.
Ooh, just a quick TP out. So DRX, they make the call. They say, if the op is B, we're going to push it with 5. But if it's not, if we think we have the right read, and it has rotated, in fact, to A site, we will just have a free site. And at that point, the retake will be so weak again, they'll have to save the op.
Yep, in for free. RQ now needing to get clustered cameras. Still there.
Spike plant.
It's widely just going to be able to see everything that RQ already know, which is that they have the site and there's a lot of them.
Yes. Huntress Fury now done for Mia. Bane went away from conversion paths as well, so he'll be looking for a kill here.
Fake teleport.
Or at least a fight, one way or the other, he'll get it.
Bane dialed in on the angle. Feneri continues to swing. May just be your demise, but oh, shot ends up going a little bit wide. Bane under some pressure.
Whoa!
Cushy's able to find 2. Free and Mia both can take it down. Monyet gets involved. Cushy finds a 3rd, and suddenly it's only Serena in a 1v4. How have we gotten to this point?
I'm telling you, whenever they got pistols in hand, suddenly their retakes are some of the cleanest that we've ever seen.
A Thrifty with less than a second remaining on the defuse. What incredible shots from Cushy.
We gotta see it hopefully from a different angle again, because we saw the paranoia come out. Didn't hit the entire team, it hit a couple of them, I believe. But, I mean, we even had Mia not getting tagged by the op, getting that information. Bane tries to go for the shot. He actually turns around in time, still gets taken out by Gushy.
Well, it looks like we couldn't get the replay ready in time.
Yes, not. Yeah, they were fishing for it, but so much happened.
Yeah, just I guess it all happened so quickly, so we're not going to be able to see it back, but incredible stuff from Cushy. 7-3 and 2.
Scanning ahead.
Recon swiftly cleared out. Feneri now pivoting, playing this side of the map. Ready for this advancement. Does get forced off the angle, but look at the covering fire from Monyet. The swap over onto the Vandal. As Cushy finds one with the Hunter's Fury, and it is just gorgeous on this setup from RRQ. Great responses. Spring will be able to find one, but it would have to be the ace clutch. And again, finds a second, but the push forward from McSparrow is going to be unexpected. That close up. They will go ahead and get themselves over the line. Operator retained. RQ. Now 2 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, this is just a hard read off the conditioning here from DRX, knowing that they've been really preferring this A side. You've got the op set up and protected. Huntress Fury ready to go from mid. That way you still have eyes on mid at the same time. It's just a good pinch. There's no way for DRX to go. Now a variety pack by, but still with 2 Vandals, all ults online.
Do have 5, but how many do you really want to try to commit into this round? Gonna need to get the ball rolling first before you feel super comfortable going for it.
Who's next?
Flashback, though. Will be the first to commit,
Oh, no.
but Sparrow now plays forward into the smoke, unscouted by the Yoru.
Oh,
Monyet is just perfectly poised to get the shutdowns, whether it's on the waylay dives or on the exit from the dimensional drift. It seems he is just Johnny on the spot.
Spike down B.
He finds a little bit more. This goes for a jiggle little check. This is his life for it, but the shock dart layered right there. Yep, the bottom of the feet. Mia goes down on RQ, shrugging off the thrifty attempt here from DRX.
Oh, this is so good for McSparrow. He somehow just calculates exactly when the Euro's going to be popping out of that smoke and just trades places. Should be noted that he doesn't hear the Euro until the Euro sees him, so he just has the right read on the countdown.
Well, was just the one ult committed, but flashback going for the judge there in that previous round. Now is going to be Glass Cannon, and Neri continues to just change up her position, but will be given away early. Sliding back.
There.
Expecting the aggressive push into the smoke, but we'll tap the door instead. Back away as Monyet. 2 clean kills, now a 3rd freeing. He goes for the res, but I don't know if he really wanted to do that. Still is going to be able to find that kill, and Serena at the same time finds Xpharaoh back over onto the B site. So suddenly, an opportunity to try to play themselves into this one as Freeing is able to find Cushy before getting taken down by Alexi. It's now the 2 GC players of RQ versus Serena and Flashback.
One enemy remaining.
And Alexi, yep,
Spike
pulling off the angle. I think
planted.
Serena, hearing the reposition of the Neon, kind of gets baited forward right into their sight lines, and Flashback now known. They both not going to connect. Makes his exit back into B main. So the pop flash finds the first, but the overdrive from Maneri will get the job done. Tracks onto the head, and RRQ will get to 6.
Yeah, really quick reactions from Neri there at the end. She's already in the smoke, maybe considering the spike, but dips back out just in time before Flashback's able to try to predict where the second peak will be coming from. Nice attempt, but I gotta say also, while Neri's been kind of smoked off or pushed away the past 2 rounds, that also lets RQ know that they have the right read on what DRX is thinking. She's always there to meet the first contact. She just gets pushed away. Then RQ knows that they can kind of react off of that based on what their preparation was for the round, and that is going to force Coach OD and the DRX camp to call a timeout. They've been figured out. They need a change of plans.
Yeah, everything that they've been flinging at RRQ has just been swatted away, so minute to try to figure out what they can do differently, but for Warbirds as well, see what kind of read he has on what potential changes could be coming through. It's certainly, you know, he's well experienced going up against the 3-player core of DRX, but going to be a lot less familiar when it comes down to whatever insights and changes OD might be looking to make.
True.
But so far, so good.
Yes, very good. I mean, the prep's good, and the counter reads on DRX's timeouts have been very successful. Warbirds not really having to expend any of his yet today. And so we'll see. I expect DRX to try to make a bigger move on some of these extremities earlier on in the round and then work the rest of the map. We'll see if RRQ has the right response. It does look like it on the B side. Once again, the op's going to choose the right place to be.
Is alone though, so very much on an island. Obviously with the Neon can slip away quickly, not just insta-killed. Mild pixel angle here is Alone going, swings out a little bit wider away from it. Very wise there from Maneri, but Flashback does manage to pursue fast enough to get the punish. Delmon yet considering a swing out of the smoke, and that shot is just so instantaneous. Freeing there with the trade, but Xferro already in around the back in this round. Not going to be working out for DRX whatsoever. RRQ are just absolutely dialed in as they already lock up a lead.
A huge lead. I mean, this is looking rough. Sure, they got the pistol. What patience from Maneri. Eventually gets caught out, but what that means is so much time has been spent. The Waylay was able to dash all the way to the back, and DRX doesn't actually have full control of the site by the time they're trying to plant. You didn't clear the smokes, and you didn't quite get a crossfire over towards Boba. And RQ punishes that hard. Now just a hero rifle for Flashback, and he's gonna try to make the magic happen all on his own over on the A side.
Little peeks out on Moniette though, not slowing down. Checks in the mid, finds a kill. Serena now taken down. Deep trip here, looking for the grab, but it's just gonna be the refract. Tripwire, however, will maintain its position as Xferro taking in behind the box, just trying to play this as quietly as he possibly can. Cameron out, cleared out. Mia on the peak, able to find one. The smoke falling, freeing. Good with one, good for 2 there with the stinger. Looks for the third, but won't be able to make it happen. Close but no cigar. RRQ move up 8-2.
Yeah, a couple of the RQ players maybe getting a bit too far ahead of their teammates, but at the end of the day, DRX, they didn't really have anywhere to move or reposition or even be able to jiggle properly on the remaining fights. Just caught like fish in a barrel here, right in the middle of the site.
At this pace, we're looking at 3 maps done in 2.5 hours.
With breaks in between, I mean, RRQ has been just continuously stepping on the gas. They haven't let go of it the entirety of today.
Moniette now with the change-up. Keeping forward and Eri trying to backpedal out, but Relay Bolt finds enough of a stun for Bane to back away, so keeps her life intact here. Moniette again does it.
Jeez. Full control of mid just with a couple of these peaks.
Now, Repositions over towards street side, but Mia will be able to find a nice timing on the swing. Xfero going to be popping the ultimate. Looking for the kill to try to re-earn his life. Gets it. Freeing now, going to be matching with the ultimate on the opposite side. Is Zaneri quickly backpedaling. Works her way around the corner.
Czar.
Trying to find the repeat with flashback. Is dialed in for the headshot. Bane has the finisher. Is wrapping all the way around the back. DRX able to find some reprieve as they get themselves a third round win, but RQ are still all smiles.
Yeah, it's still overall just enjoyable rounds here from RRQ. Still landing the shots they want to. Still getting a little bit of the first advantage on these first kills. I don't think they're too worried about DRX catching up to 3. 8-4 wouldn't be bad, but there's still that possibility of the 9-3 half as well.
We have the Wombo combo, put it in heavy air quotes though, the Dimensional Drift and the Hunter's Fury. Could be some early advantages as there goes the mask. Spotting him out, and that's 2 players towards that street side. Just trying to stay stuck to him here. Cushy going to be taken down with Moniette, still able to find me at the same time. And there he gone. As the dust settles, it's going to be a massive advantage now for DRX as Flashback finds Xfero. Smoke dropping. Lexi snappy as all hell.
Spike planted.
Finds that headshot.
I was about to say they have good control of the site. They lose out a little bit of it because of that. But it's still numbers advantage for DRX.
2 players low on HP. Bane does have an Odin. Trying to be a thorn on the sides. Paranoia goes through and freeing. Using that new nearsightedness. Finding one, the smoke dissipating. And yep, you've got a pinch here. A 180 pivot is what would have been necessary. Cannot make it happen. So it's going to be 8-4 at the half. DRX trailing. We saw RQ able to run back this very same scoreline on Corrode. They now need to do it here on Sunset.
Yeah, it didn't go so well over on the flip side for DRX. So we'll see if they can at least get that revenge. Try to make it all the way back. Look like they're starting to try to come into their own. Obviously, should have a little bit better control on the defensive side as well. As long as if they can shut down mid just early on. I think if you get kind of taken control of in mid on the defensive side on Sunset, the rest of the, bigger picture falls apart. For fans of DRX, the multiple signs that we talked about. Friends buying dinner for each other based on whether DRX wins or not.
Well,
it's looking tough. It's looking tough.
Yeah, you might be spending there a little bit.
Yeah, big signs for Xfero as well. One of the main characters that helped boost DRX all the way to champs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of why you might see, so many people out here cheering against the locals.
True, true.
Because without RQ, there would be no third place finish at champs for DRX.
There would not have been. It's a crazy story that both of them were able to work together to accomplish. But now DRX, they've got a bigger task at hand for now, right in front of them, trying to make this run back starting at 4 points.
Revealing area.
Flashback, who was kind of in charge of mid and a crossfire as well. We'll just go ahead and close that door nice and early. Takes a lot longer to break that during the pistol.
Shots out. Bane. A bit whiffy. I mean, Moniette's looking across the opposite side of the stage, being like, how did you not kill me? Classic just hitting a little bit different. Does go down to 5 HP. Stiff breeze will take him down, but Alexi now lingering here in mid.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty big for Alexi if she can find that kill, especially since the site is mostly empty.
Has the jump freeing. Looks away from bottom mid right as she strikes. Very suffering some damage here. Mia frantically trying to tuck in. Cubby there at streets. In the meantime, flashback forward into the smoke, unable to find it. Xfero taking him down. The pistol looking great here for RRQ. Serena can only find the one. 3 players surviving RRQ. 4-2 in the pistols throughout. Now move up 9-4.
Not the start that DRX was looking for, but RRQ looking to speed run the finals here at the Spotlight Series. in Pacific.
Last player standing. And that's another dead one.
We'll see if they can find the power within to try to stop this run. Obviously, even if you lose the eco, it's still at 10. Still not quite at match point, but it does look like it is going to get at least up to 10.
Feels like we're not that far away. Swing in, Serena, nice shot to be able to find the one. Freeing, desperately trying to find a little bit more, because she is there for the trade, and now it's flashback just with a classic. Door at market shut. Checking into mid. Is there anything that he can collect? Will just be a swap to a sheriff. Perhaps a bit more hope, but it's going to have to be some very dialed-in headshots.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. You're going to have to be ready for the trade, so with just 6 rounds, see if he can land them clean and if he's even going to have the time to work off of it.
Yet holding out wide. Dink there into the side of the head. Shock dart layered in here at his feet. Flushes him out of the smoke and into Xfero's welcome arms. As he closes out a 3K. Gets RQ up to double digits.
All right. Kind of do or die buy round here for DRX. Obviously not quite at 12, but the momentum is so far in favor of RQ that you want to see DRX try to win this round and win it clean. Build up those creds. Get that snowball going. Freeing still trying to lead the scoreboard, but my eyes are on Bane on that waylay to try to step up here on the defense. A lot more straightforward things you can do with that agent on the defensive side.
Drop in a smoke.
Mid control. Going to be yielded
Doing
over.
a thing.
Still keep their eye on it, though. They made their choice onto A on the defense, and it's just too many people. Cushy actually just gets a clean headshot.
Just a little bit faster. A bit of a delayed reaction there from Bane. Flashback making noise within Cybergate's going to try to pop himself out. Has 2 players lined up, so yet Xfero both 2 end up falling, and Mia cleans up the remaining 2. Rescuing DRX here in this round, perhaps as an air. He tries to find Freeing, but cannot. DRX. Well, one less to win another round, but gap is still 5.
Yeah, still a ways to go, but if there was ever a hero play that was needed to try to stay in this game, it was that insanity that Flashback just showed, just boasting out of the cyber cage with a single flash, not knowing exactly how many people there are there. And in fact, lands 2 lined up. Mia sharp on the trades as well, both of them now bringing themselves up to 9 kills. Mia will have to go back down to a judge, though. And oh boy, fast takeover of A main. So Flashback just putting some pressure to make sure there's no quick answer
Right
back on the
here.
B side. Wary still of the fact that mid has been completely opened up.
Yep.
Yeah, but look at him guessing. He kind of second guesses himself because there's no movement over on
As
A.
the gate crashed to try to join in a little bit faster, but Bane peeling back that kill on an Ares certainly does help the pressure. Now allows him to stay on this B side of the map.
Drone.
Slow them down.
Saturate, locked in, connecting onto both. Easy cleanups here for Bane.
Spike down A.
Paranoia sent, gets the catch, but Bane just dashing out towards safety. Xfero trying to pursue in, but Bane is so cognizant of it. And now he might just be able to find an ace to try to rally DRX back into this map.
Yeah, Monet's just trying to run away, find some space. Gets picked off by Serena, but really good decisions here from Bane. Not only does he try to hold on to the space, but as soon as he throws the saturate, sees that it's not the Sova first, knows he can get the guaranteed double, continues to push around the corner.
Slow them down.
Right here, knows that that must have hit both at that point. It's just heads up from Bane, now back on the duelist. Now,
Right here.
it's looking a little bit more likely. RQ running out of creds.
Scanning ahead.
Whittled away at. That being said, though, what really jump-started their massive win streak in the first half was a thrifty. Was those sheriffs, though Cushy does have a stinger. Looks like, oh,
Passes over.
that's I'm not sure if that just got a classic, but okay. There's the Stinger striking. Sparrow forward into the smoke, able to find one. Serena peeks down from Boba. Stems the tide just a little bit here, but still working their way forward now into the site. Shock Dart not quite going to connect. Serena able to tuck away, avoids that damage. 4v4. DRX now needing to retake into these Stingers, as well as the recovered Vandal.
Yeah, Xfero with the Vandal and the not dead yet. The Clove Ultimate.
You've got Cushy now in main with the Hunter's Fury. Oh, but he's just going to send it.
Yeah, just to buy time, I guess. If he gets a tag, maybe that's an easy kill.
Oh, Monyet gets a kill. Bane will fall. Quick little adjust. Xfero finding the one. Now it's just freeing all alone. Finds the first, but cannot transition to the second. There's that Thrifty. Spoken into existence, it would seem, as RRQ keeping DRX held back. Still a 5-round advantage and just 2 away from closing out this grand final.
I think that's just something that RQ's had here the entire week at the Spotlight Series, is the ability to say, when we go fast, we go as a team. When we slow it down, we still cover each other across the map. The cohesion has been there regardless of the pace, which gave them a couple more options. Even here, just a death ball trading the Stinger from one hand to the next.
3 ultimates for DRX. They're going to need every single one of them, it feels like, is riding alongside the fast lane there, taking some space, but Monyet slows it down. Just be a dry swing on the corner, though, because she's trying to join in.
Spike down A.
It's just absolute chaos here.
I got the spike.
At best, I was going to say, it's going to be a 2v3 here for RRQ, and they do manage to find the shutdown on the ult.
Now, wary of the other angles.
Trying to spot one, flashback, trying to clear that left side, but there he finds a perfect timing, now brings it into a 2v2. Spot out coming through, trying to redraw the weapon. Some damage going to be dealt, but now it's Serena alone to try to get the clutch. Could turn around, could send out the narrow depth, but wants to try to play this a little bit more quietly. Come in from an unexpected angle and now invest the ultimate.
Waits for the second pulse.
Sparrow slowly slotting forward. Serena's just not ready for the reposition. Wisely played. As that is RRQ now getting up to match point. DRX needs 6 in a row with a broken economy.
The hope is not quite there for DRX, and despite their best efforts, making it into the grand finals and giving an absolute banger of a match all throughout the week for their fans, looks like they don't have much left in the tank. All ults online on the side of RQ as well to match.
With that Hunter's Fury, looking to just smother them out of this map, out of this series, out of this final, and out of trophy contention. Do have a potential combo, Dimensional Drift, with the converging paths here from Bane, so maybe trying to isolate somebody.
They gotta get not picked off though.
Monyet slotting forward, but opts to go for the trip rather than just holding back a little bit further, so does get taken down. Swing out of the corner, Cushy maybe getting a little bit overzealous, puts Bane low on HP, but cannot finish the job. And Eri trying to go for the spray, but ends up being a little bit too frantic as Alexi now to try to see if she can get anything done, but cannot. It would have to be an ace clutch from Xfero to bring this map to its conclusion. Slides back in over towards the site, but the spike is a world away.
Yeah, I think you might even just consider...
He's got 50 creds, so.
Yeah, the save here. You gotta think far ahead. You only need 1 round. So you kind of let this one go. If they walk into you, you'll gladly take the frags. Bank up some extra creds as well. But otherwise,
30 seconds left.
let the timer run down. He has been spotted. Knows he has to just take the challenge. We'll lose it. DRX go for 1 more round.
Hold on by a thread. 5 more to go, but no ults expended from RQ in that round. Never really even got the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, they all kind of fall apart, like you said, a little bit overzealous. They've already committed to that position in top mid. They get picked off 1 by 1, leaving Xfero all on his own. Gotta imagine that changes in the coming rounds. Again, just 1 round is all you need. A couple of death balls here or there. Pick a site. Wait for the ults to come online. A couple more points for the Huntress Fury for Cushy.
Here's the scary thing. This is another thrifty attempt from RQ.
Oh, man. No, don't tell me.
What a
It can't
brutal
always,
way to finish it would be.
it can't always end that way.
Well, Shock finds the trip. The second one, however, is there, and Serena able to play off of it. Nearly gets even more. Big reveal is there, but Mia going to be caught trying to hop up onto the half wall. Could she collecting that, but flashback trading it.
Spike down.
Monyet falling low. Alexi pushes in towards backside. Finds the enemy Cypher. Right click from Xpero. Trying to get the kill here on the Bane, but eventually he's able to find it. Now the weapon going to be upgraded. Green with a quick little check. Nothing going to be spotted. Spike still there on the floor.
Enemy remaining.
Alexi dropped, and Xpero trying to see if he can bring it to an end, but he cannot. Freeing will be able to close out the kill. DRX steadily moving forward, 1 foot after another, advancing towards this overtime. As RQ desperately try to trip them up.
Yeah, I got real scared when Bane was getting caught off guard trying to use his ultimate. So that ultimate has been adjusted as well, where you don't have to be locked in place for too long. You're not going to get pushed backwards off of it. But he still wants to make sure, just out of habit, that it goes through properly. And okay, another turn over here for DRX, now with an off.
They do have the operator in Bane's hands, but there's no one on this A side of the map. You got 3 players from DRX positioned. Flashback. Trying to start working his way towards B, where Serena tries to hold the line. Clear of the recon. The overdrive finds damage, but cannot get the kill because she will get the trade. It's Monyet moving forward, and that is not a clone.
Oh boy.
Flashback dead.
Oh, that makes this retake so much weaker.
The Hunter's Fury again is available now for Cushy.
Yeah, and Xpero can put himself on the line with the Clove ultimate.
Monyet goes into the spawn.
Jeez, they're everywhere.
I must wait a moment.
Constantly trying to make him think. Triple approach now, getting ready to come through market. Smoke going to be cycled in. Hunter's Fury dialed in right towards him as Monyet. Oh, man. Is playing as the audio gets so scattered, and there it is. 13-8 all the way across in all 3 maps. RRQ. They take the series, the trophy theirs. They are your Pacific Spotlight champions.
A brilliant showing, and honestly, given the way they've played all week, we wouldn't have it any other way. A 3-0 match record in the round robin, a 3-0 game record here in the grand finals.
With this sweep, they only dropped 1 map the entire tournament across the last several days. It's the 1 map to Global Esports.
Really dominant performance here. Obviously, you know, Inaria and Alexi always have been 2 of the brightest stars in the Pacific Game Changer scene. And the core RRQ roster really rising up to the occasion this year in Pacific. And we're seeing it come to fruition as the trophy gets lifted and RRQ celebrate their first off-season title in 2025.
A nice win for them. Great performances from everybody here on RRQ. Obviously, yeah, some overheat, some SCA moments where people going crazy, doing some stuff that maybe they shouldn't do. I'm looking at you, Monyet, that knife attempt up in tower. But ultimately, this is a tournament all about fun. And let's go ahead and relive some of the fun moments from this sunset.
My turn. Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
자, 2025년 스포트라이트 시리즈 퍼시픽의 우승팀 RRQ에게 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. Congratulations to the RRQ Spotlight Series, standing in front of the crowd here today in Korea. We're going to hear from all the players, starting with Monyet, and we've got a couple cheeky questions for Monyet ready to go. 자, 먼저 Monyet 선수와 얘기를 해볼 텐데요. 먼저 저희 우승 소감부터 듣고 제가 좀 재밌는 질문이 몇 가지가 있어서 그 다음에 또 다른 얘기도 들어보겠습니다. First of all, we'll start easy. Obviously, how are you feeling about winning the trophy here?
It's nice. It's the first time I play on a mixed roster, and we did pretty well. And also the important part is we really have fun. We really enjoy our time here. So yeah, it feels nice.
제가 일단 첫 번째로 이 혼성 대회에 참여할 수 있었는데요. 너무나 재밌는 경험이었고 저희가 우승할 수 있어서도 너무 기쁘고 무엇보다도 저희가 이번 주 내내 여러분 앞에서 재밌는 경기를 치를 수 있었기 때문에 저는 그게 제일 중요했다고 생각을 한다고 하는데요. 제가 일단 엑스페로 선수한테 가기 전에 모니에 선수가 오늘 몇 번이나 좀 칼을 드는 모습이 보였었거든요. 좀 얼마나 원했는지 좀 얘기를 들어보고 싶습니다. Before we go over to 엑스페로, Monyet, I gotta ask you. There really seemed to be a couple times that you wanted to get your knife out. How badly did you want the knife kills today?
I really want one, at least one today.
Do you think you're going to continue that in 2026?
I don't know.
Alright. 오늘 정말 꼭 한번 해보고 싶었는데 내년에 또 할 수 있는 기회가 올지는 좀 두고 봐야 될 것 같다고 하네요. 자, 다음으로 저기 엑스페로 선수 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. 또 이번에 오프 시즌을 좀 이렇게 승리로 시작할 수 있었는데 앞으로 바라보면서 좀 어떤 기분이 드는지 얘기 들어보겠습니다. So you start off the off season here with a win, Xfero. What does this mean for you looking into the rest of the off season?
I think for me, I take this event like for fun, yeah, for money, and yeah, I think this is like the warm up for the next season. Yeah, luckily we get to win while enjoying the game, so it's nice.
Awesome. 네, 일단 저도 마찬가지로 저희가 즐길 수 있었기 때문에 무엇보다도 중요하고 사실 저희가 뭐 재미도 봤지만 또 우승 상금도 있었기 때문에 또 우승 상금을 받아서도 너무나 기쁘고요. 무엇보다도 저희가 이번 오프 시즌뿐만이 아니라 다음 해를 바라보면서 약간의 워밍업이라고 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 좀 좋은 준비의 시작이 된 것 같다고 말해 주셨습니다. 자, 다음으로는 저희 또 이번에 같이 하게 된 게임 체인저스 선수 두 분의 얘기를 들어볼 텐데요. 먼저 알렉시 선수의 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. 저희가 지난번에 얘기를 했을 땐 전체로 분위기가 좋다고 했는데 오늘 결승에서도 합이 잘 맞았었는지 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. So Alexi, when we talked to you before, you said that everything's going pretty well, the calls are pretty good. How was it today during the finals? Were you guys able to still go smoothly as planned, or was there maybe some different opinions?
I mean, our vibe is always consistent, like from the start and until to the grand final. So I think that's why we won today, because everything is so consistent today.
Who is kind of the biggest factor on keeping the vibes up?
I think for me it's Munyan and David Xfero.
Xfero as well.
Yeah, they're always joking around, like while in the round, So everyone is gonna laugh and go on the round. Yeah.
Okay, I see Cushy chuckling. I'm gonna have to ask him later about his thoughts on that. 일단 알렉시 선수가 저희는 사실 처음부터 결승까지도 계속 분위기는 똑같이 너무나 좋았기 때문에 그 이후로 저희가 좀 좋은 경기를 치를 수 있지 않았나 얘기를 해주셨고 제가 그럼 어느 선수가 제일 재밌게 해주나요? 그랬더니 알렉시 선수가 개인적으로는 몬니에 선수 그리고 엑스페로 선수까지 농담을 워낙 자주 하기 때문에 게임 내에서 계속 분위기를 좀 텐션을 올려줬다고 합니다. 자, 다음은 저희 NA 선수 얘기 들어보겠습니다. Next we'll hear from NA. 자, NA 선수는 사실 저희가 그 사전 인터뷰에서 내가 꼭 다 이겨주겠다 이렇게 얘기를 한 발언이 있었는데요. 오늘 그래서 그런지 아까 그 코로드에서 궁극기를 꺼내면서까지 무조건 밀어내겠다는 그런 스플릿에서 그런 심리를 보여줬거든요. 얼마나 원했는지 얘기 들어보겠습니다. So Neri, we saw in the pre-interview, you were saying, Serena, we're gonna beat you. Don't worry about it. And then I saw on Split, like you were pulling out the showstopper just to send her away. You seem to really want to make sure that you beat her today. So how badly did you want the win?
Of course, really badly, because that means we can eat super good food with them, and it's another trophy for the off season for us. So yeah, I won it pretty bad, but honestly, that was a misclick, so it was my fault.
Okay, we don't need to know that. But I also want to hear just how was it playing with the squad here throughout this week?
I think for me, they make it feel like I'm playing ranked with 4 friends, and everyone is always just joking around, being happy. Even if we're losing 3-9 or 4-8, the vibe is always so nice, and it's just really nice to play here.
Awesome, thank you. 물론 저희가 오늘 우승하고 싶었던 이유 중에 하나가 상금이 더 많아지면 더 맛있는 걸 먹을 수 있기 때문에 좋은 회식을 위해서 저희가 꼭 원하는 이유도 있었고요. 또 무엇보다도 꼭 이기고 싶었지만 사실 제가 그 궁극기를 써가면서까지 스플릿에서 세레나 선수를 상대했던 거는 솔직히 말씀드리자면 제가 잘못 클릭을 했기 때문에 제 실수였던 부분은 좀 제가 인정하고 싶습니다. 그리고 또 한 번 제가 질문을 드렸던 게 전체적으로 이번 경험이 어땠는지 물어봤는데요. 무엇보다도 5인 큐를 재밌게 하는 느낌이 들었기 때문에 저희가 지고 있어도 후반전에서도 좋은 모습을 보여드릴 수 있었다고 얘기해 주셨습니다. 자, 다음으로는 이번에 IJ를 맡았던 쿠시 선수의 얘기를 들어보겠습니다. Alright, Kushi, obviously you were kind of in charge of the calls I've heard this time around. We hear that Maniette and David were making a lot of jokes. Were they bothering you at all in some of your calls?
Definitely not. In fact, they actually helped a lot in the mid runs. And for example, on split, they actually helped like define some runs, if I say that correctly. And yeah, and it's been like that since like Pacific also. They've been joking around and keeping the vibes up. So if you guys also watch us, we like to go on a comeback. So yeah.
Awesome. 일단 IGL로서 사실 모니아 선수와 엑스페로 선수의 농담들이 방해가 됐던 적은 없고요. 오히려 오늘 같은 경우에는 스플릿에서는 특정 라운드를 오히려 이 두 선수가 리드를 해줬기 때문에 저희가 승리를 거머쥘 수 있었다고 생각을 한다고 합니다. 그리고 무엇보다도 저희는 사실 퍼시픽에서도 이렇게 즐겁게 경기를 하는 것을 계속 저희가 리드를 해왔기 때문에 앞으로도 저희를 지켜봐 주시면 저희가 더욱더 재밌는 경기를 보여드릴 수 있을 것 같다고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 마지막으로는 우리가 이번 주 처음으로 얘기를 나눠볼 수 있는 이번 대회 코치로 들어와 주신 워버즈 코치인데요. 한번 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. Alright, Warwards, you were shaking or nodding your head in agreement that there were some comms disagreements. How did you feel about the chemistry overall of the players?
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. Even just coming in, just talking, I feel like everyone got along pretty well. We were able to have fun, but also win, and winning allows you to have more fun. So I think overall the vibes were really good, and we just all kind of clicked.
네, 저희 코치님이 보실 때도 전체로 분위기가 너무 좋았고 사실 분위기가 좋으면 이길 수 있고 이기면 또 분위기가 좋아지기 때문에 저희가 그런 좋은 케미를 보여드릴 수 있지 않았나 싶다고 하셨는데요. 저는 솔직히 궁금했던 게 타임아웃 때도 그렇고 너무 열심히 진지하게 하셨거든요. 좀 너무 이악 물고 대회를 치른 건 아닌지 한번 얘기 나눠보겠습니다. Warwards, I also wanted to ask you, you were taking the timeout super seriously. I saw you locked in a lot of these. Are you sure you weren't taking things too seriously compared to all the other players?
It's my job to be here to win, so it's good that we can have fun, but also like the goal is to win. I know Aneri and Alexi came in second place last time, so we wanted to do it for them. But yeah, it's also just like a learning experience for all of us. You know, it's kind of a collide between two worlds, so yeah, it's try to give as much feedback as possible, help teach everyone new things. Kush, he hasn't IGL'd in a while, so yeah, it's just a big learning experience for everyone here.
Awesome. 사실 제가 이제 코치진으로서 이겨야 되는 건 제 책임이니까 저는 좀 더 진지하게 해야 됐다고 생각을 하고요. 또 무엇보다도 작년에는 에네링 선수와 알렉시 선수가 2등을 했었기 때문에 또 두 선수를 위해서 저희가 무엇보다도 이번 스포트라이트 시리즈를 우승하고 싶어서 저희가 조금 더 열심히 한 부분도 있고 무엇보다도 저희가 이번에 이 계기를 통해서 좀 많은 걸 배울 수 있었다고 생각을 해서 좋은 경험이었다고 생각을 한다고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 그럼 마지막으로 저희 팬분들께 쿠시 선수의 인사 한번 듣고 저희 인터뷰 마무리하겠습니다. Last but not least, Kushi, I just want to give you a chance to thank the fans here. We've got actually quite a few RQ fans, perhaps after what happened in Pacific, a lot more Korean fans now, but also those watching abroad as well. Anything you want to say to the fans?
Thank you for all your support. Definitely, we couldn't make it this far without you guys, especially at home also. And yeah, hopefully in the next matches, the Falcons and the RRQ, we can show you guys a good match to watch. Thank you.
네, 박수 쳐주시면 감사하겠습니다. 쿠시 선수가 저희가 이번 주 이렇게 끝까지 달릴 수 있었던 이유들은 모두 다 여러분 그리고 또 집에서 시청해 주시는 분들 덕분이기 때문에 감사드리고 싶고요. 앞으로도 또 게임 체인저스에서 팔콘스 베가 그리고 퍼시픽에서 RRQ를 많이 응원해 주시면 좋은 경기 보여드리도록 열심히 하겠습니다 라고 인터뷰해 주시면 다시 한번 이번에 우승을 거머쥔 RRQ에게 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다. So congratulations once again. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the award ceremony here at the Spotlight Series Pacific.